Can we listen to some Creed?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's not that time.
Court is in session. The verdict is here. Higher. Hey, welcome to the Valt Auto Podcast. We are your car culture cultivators. We have a great show for you in store today. I'm Sean, of course, and I'm joined by...
Vijay.
Robert?
Hey.
Joe, how's it going?
Good, how you guys doing?
Good, I got my sparkly water.
Good, man. Looking forward to a great show today. Joe, what do we have?
Back-to-back podcasts.
So,
Back to
yeah,
back.
doubleheader this week.
Yep.
B&W is commissioning a new R car for Le Mans. It doesn't look that good compared to other ones. But like,
Tell us how you really feel,
next
Joe.
on the news.
Exactly.
yeah,
Who else is commissioning art cars this year?
Not
Yeah,
much
Valt
really.
is also commissioning our car.
Yeah, Vault's gonna be way better.
I mean,
than
it's
this.
cool enough. The M is kind of cool, but
Yeah, but this is just
kinda
so, like, it's
just
not
looks
art.
like a lift.
It's like brand.
I don't know how
brand.
that's. Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
almost like the artist was like, "What do I do? Just put M badge out, all of it."
It
all
just
of it.
looks more like a livery than an art car.
This is not an art car. Like this was the race livery at Daytona.
yeah,
They
it just
are
is a livery,
they're
right?
calling it an official art car though. This is like number 20 out of their entire history.
They're just lazy.
That's
That is brand, like Ford in front.
yeah.
Yeah.
Brand.
Or
So-
like the you guys ever see Ricky Bobby? What's that movie?
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. The what is the sponsorship he gets with the sticker?
No, Fig Newtons.
The Fig Newton sticker on the front windshield. Can you pull that up? Sean, what were you saying?
You guys can't see it. I see it.
Sean's
I was actually
nobody
interpreting
understands
the photo.
Nobody
I get it.
understands Sean.
I get it.
He's a creative.
I understand the artist.
Yeah,
It's nice.
it's like that.
brand.
Big Newton.
Oh, this is gonna be a video.
Just write brand.
Oh, it's Reddit. Fig Newtons.
Exactly like that.
Cool.
Anyway,
Okay,
so that's
So
the,
yeah, it's an art car that isn't that artistic.
It's not
Yeah.
arting.
yeah.
It almost
So,
looks like a nice DDE livery.
but
Yeah,
speaking of,
it actually does kind of look like
it's
DDE
it's like
looking.
it's I mean it's good for a race car. I mean it looks good, but just not an art car.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
It's also
right-
just hard to make some of these prototypes into art cars because of their like
So
that
much
the surface on this
complexity.
is so much easier. Like that's a thing. That's a palette.
yeah.
But these
So
ones have all of these ducts and this crazy
Exactly.
the
Because
center pod
BMW
and side pods. And,
unveiled that race car, art car. Jalopnik posted their favorites, so we can I mean we've seen this before. We've talked about them. But like you get the M1 from Andy Warhol, you
Ooh,
get
this is
the,
so
the-
good.
this
Yeah,
is
this
the
is the
E9 that's
classic.
everywhere. It goes public. You see this in person all the time.
yeah.
Whatever the fuck this is, I saw this and I'm like, this
An
isn't.
ad. No.
Is that a car?
I don't know.
H2R.
It's Olafur Eliasson BMW H2R, whatever that is.
Eliasson.
Sure.
Modern art.
Then
Interesting.
another E21,
That's
Pop.
cool.
Nice.
which is that's killer.
That's pretty sick.
You ever see that stupid Volvo art car? I think we talked about.
Yeah,
it.
we talked about this. The E9 is also cool. I love the grid. for
Graph
some-
paper?
Yeah, I love the graph paper. This
The
is stupid.
Z1.
I
The
think this is
doors.
kind of dumb.
Nah,
The doors
nah.
disappear.
We talked about a Z1 yesterday though,
Yeah.
Yes.
or last week I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
That's
not-
trash.
I don't think the Z1 looks
That's
very good.
sick.
This was an homage to an earlier livery.
I like
Yeah, I like this. They should have chose a different photo for the
the new.
Yeah, the
new-
side photo's cool.
The new Porsche tag turbo Porsches.
Yeah.
They did
those
the
are
same
really
style.
Cool. Those are really
I love
Stephanie
this.
Hansen.
We talked about this before, but I love when like random like sayings are all over cars.
Yeah.
Like this
protect
just
me
makes,
from what I want.
and then the unattainable is invariably attractive. Makes no sense to me.
The
which is-
protect me from what I want. That all of the words on this car look like they were like generated by like a bad translation machine. Like somebody wanted to say something deep, and they were like, like happy donuts or something like that.
and then on the wing it says lack of charisma can be fatal.
Yeah.
All these random words.
I don't know. It's just art.
This
people
is
get
kind of
it.
fun.
I like
It's
this
the
one. I always thought
E36.
this was cool.
Okay.
We don't have to go through all these, but they're getting better. Kind of this E30 is kind of interesting.
Those wheels are
It looks-
horrendous.
like
E34 is
deep fried.
wild.
This one is crazy.
That's-
It's cool, but
Yeah, wild.
it's very
E34
art deco.
525.
The Doge's palace.
I'm aware
Yeah.
that it's probably boring for all you guys on the audio only, but this is an E32 730. Still kind of like
Did Mike buy this one yet?
coffee shop stuff going on right now.
That's pretty sick. I like that one.
This is dumb.
They're Hot Wheels.
Yeah, just
I think
kinda
that's hilarious.
Hot Wheels.
fire.
It's like a Tesla.
Okay, we're
In
good.
real life.
I mean, there's more art,
All right,
more
that's
stuff.
it. That I
blah,
can't
blah,
look at
blah.
more.
Yeah, there's only
that's
four
cool.
more. That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Okay,
That's
there's
cool.
four more. Okay, we'll
It's
just
like
go
it
through
hit SpongeBob head on and it splattered on.
Yeah,
That's
more.
that's something.
sparkly.
Is that like the
That's not art.
This is
That's
not
just
art.
a car with its own car on the door.
Yeah,
That's not
that's
art.
just, that's just stupid.
This is not creative.
What the fuck is this?
That's an iPad.
All right. Well, that's not it either. So what's the last one?
That's it.
That's it.
Comments.
Okay. Comments. And
Oh, Mazda Cosmo.
Okay. So we made another R car. It's not as good as the older ones.
Yeah.
It's too bad. But
old
in
days.
other news, it's kind of sad for the U.S. and for us in general. But everyone seems to be getting
non-American
old, like,
markets are
everyone-
getting good trucks that
really,
are cheap.
really cheap, good trucks. So we talked about the Toyota already.
I saw a really nice 80s Ranger, I think.
And look at this,
today.
2024 Ranger, little 2-liter.
Yeah.
And they're probably like no.
I bet they sell them in manual too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like
It's got a big bed, 6-foot bed. That's great.
No lining.
yeah, man, right there. I
Wow.
mean,
Man.
this shit would sell so well here, but I think
I would buy that.
yeah, it'd be a good shop. It'd be a good shop truck. It'd be good for
Yeah.
like gardeners and I mean, I guess it's kind of expensive
That
for gardeners,
sucks.
but I mean, like
I
yeah,
just don't think it would sell the same volume.
it's a
as the
shame that
F-150,
all these like these Toyotas and these Fords and everything aren't selling.
Yeah, that's cool with Steelies. It's just like so basic. Does it have roll-up windows?
Oh, I hope.
I wonder if
that'd
you
be-
can spec it with roll-up
Oh,
windows.
this one has
windows.
has
The
electric
mechanic
windows.
special.
But I bet you in like certain countries you could totally do it. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it probably doesn't meet crash safety standards or something like that.
Its tow capacity is 7,700 pounds.
No, it's not. It's
pretty
not. It's too cheap to have a big profit margin. That's the
Yeah, the
It's
profit
not-
margin's probably
It's not
pretty
selling
low.
in the US. That's the
It's a
reason.
2-liter EcoBoost or something?
I guarantee you it's a 2-liter EcoBoost. It probably doesn't say. Or you know what? It probably is. It's probably the 3-cylinder from the Fiesta in Europe. Because Europe still has Fiesta,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
It's
Yeah.
probably 3-cylinder.
So that's the real question is who's going to be the next manufacturer, to kind of take that step up to start selling something affordable again.
Yeah, like the Maverick is good. It has a good.
The Maverick is a
demand.
good price
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh, this is
that's
sick.
the only one.
And
This
the
car-
Hyundai is
The
doing
Taco
stuff
is
like
too
Santa
expensive
Cruz.
now.
I don't know if you count Santa Cruz as a pickup truck. The Hyundai Santa Cruz.
The bed, I think the capacity is really low, right?
Yeah, it's a
It's
really
kind of
small.
on par with that whole the Honda, whatever it was called.
Ridgeline thing.
The Ridgeline, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
The Ridgeline is actual truck. That thing looks like a
Yeah, it's big.
El Camino.
It's a
Yeah,
unit.
it's like an SUV.
It's a car
like a
truck.
Santa
No
Fe
disrespect
SUV
to
with
the
the
El
rear
Camino,
cutoff.
but
Yeah.
Santa
old
Fe with
car
the rear
truck.
cutoff. That's it.
Yeah.
Ranchero. What's the other one?
Yeah, for those
Subaru
wondering,
Brat.
this car is going to be powered by a 2-liter turbo diesel,
300 pound-foot torque.
170 horsepower. So it's actually probably like kind of
It
okay.
probably feels. You ever drive an old like late 90s, early 2000s manual Taco?
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah, they just
V6
move.
Taco.
There's like no sensation of like
Yeah,
power.
it's fun. That
Yeah.
was actually I gotta say that was like one of the most fun cars I ever drove.
It's very utilitarian. It makes you feel good. Like it's
Yeah,
like wow,
and
this
it's
thing is just
actually fairly
moving. That's all it is. All it does is move.
Yeah.
Like there's like no torque curves. There's just like
It's just like
this, and then that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, like the 22 REs and stuff.
And
like
the
they just kind
shifters
of
are
like
this long, you know.
yeah. I love those.
Yeah.
Chow had one for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's a very Xiao car.
So in other news, we're sending some fun things to members in the mail. We got magnets, like I was talking about last week. New sticker packs that I came up with this weekend.
Wait. We have what?
New sticker
Sticker
colorways and
packs
stuff.
And what else?
Calendars.
The calendar magnet.
Oh, magnets. I thought you said maggots. That'd be really.
Yeah, we got
really-
some
be
maggots
real
coming.
Yeah, we're
awkward.
sending maggots.
Maggots coming in the mail.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Got something nice for you guys.
Some dead flies.
And keep it in short. Our first member open house is coming up
This
very
weekend,
soon.
right?
This weekend. So if you're listening to this, or it's too late. You've already it's passed. But
My
hopefully
hands smell like popcorn.
hopefully you were there.
This will be the first open house that we have here in the warehouse where it actually looks like we do work. Because there's an engine that's going to
There's an engine on the stand.
There's two engines on stand.
And we got our little seating area here.
Yeah.
I love this.
It's a good spot. It's a good vibe. We can like watch some show. I mean, I hope you guys came because it was good. Hopefully. But yeah, that's all news. Keeping it short and sweet today.
Hope you came. Hope you guys.
I got weird.
Did you come? Yeah, I swear.
This is not consumer advice.
No, I was saying like this podcast goes out after the members.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's right.
I hope you
guys came.
That's not what I was
I
saying.
think we're thinking about other things. Yeah. But anyway, we'll go into project updates. This week was oil change week for me. I mean, I'm currently changing the oil in every single car I have. I've changed the oil in the 300 SD. This weekend, the wagon's getting an oil change. The M5 will get one the next time it comes out.
Where do you send the used oil?
I usually just send it
Drinks
to
it.
AutoZone.
Sustenance.
They're always full at AutoZone.
Are they? Usually, what I do is
I just
this
poured
might
in
be
my
against the
lot.
rules.
I
but
just poured in my neighbor's drains.
this might be against
that
the
not
rules.
allowed?
What I do is I walk up to the door and I just put them in front of the door like a stray puppy, and I just walk away.
You ever
But have
see
to
you ever
take
see
back
the old
the
ads?
canister though.
Do you guys
Huh?
ever see the old ads of like how to properly dispose of
didn't know
vehicle
that.
waste? There's like these old ads from the '60s where it's like pour it into this corner in your yard, and where you know that there's like bedrock with gravel, and it won't harm the earth. It's like,
I can't believe it.
That's because that person had like 5 kgs of lead in their brain.
yeah. They're like, we got bigger problems. Like, we got mercury poisoning, lead poisoning.
But really, guys, we're all just playing. Is we want you to make sure that we recycle safely and responsibly.
Oh, yeah.
I know the city, like your cities, actually, your counties actually offer pretty good deals and offer free recycling on oil and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Nice
there's a lot of
material.
stuff that
Yeah.
you can
For
access
the most part,
pretty
AutoZone is free.
But you have to take back the canisters if they see you.
Yeah, I just literally put them in front of the room and they run away.
Yeah.
It's probably not recommended. I wouldn't do that.
Does
But
O'Reilly's take it too?
I think all of them do.
Most of the
Walmart,
shops do?
Yeah.
They probably sell it. They probably sell the used oil.
Clean
to
it
like-
and sell it.
No, they probably don't even sell. They don't even clean it. They probably just sell it.
That's
and
what the
then-
O'Reilly, the cheapo. No, I don't
It's
know.
probably turns into some
Yeah,
other product.
and then Shell will buy it and then and then clean it and then sell it back to you in the form of like diesel or something. But
Diesel.
That's some speculation.
yeah,
It's going to be used for roads.
yeah.
What do you do? What do you do with used baby oil?
That's a
I don't
good
even know what that is.
I can Google it if you want. If you want me to.
While we were on the subject.
All right,
Moving on.
project updates. I got no project updates. We got a bunch of new cars in inventory. We just bought a new. That's my project.
Who
I
is
guess,
we?
OTS.
Okay.
What's OTS?
It's a dealership I just started. We launched about a month ago with Derek Tam Scott and Tatsuo Otis.
Are you a unicorn yet?
Yes, Unicorn.
Public?
Yes,
Okay.
we're going IPOing next month. Yeah, huh?
Those guys are pretty famous.
Yeah,
Are
their
you gonna out famous us, bro?
names are famous.
Are you
I don't
gonna
think
leave
I'm
us?
gonna go anywhere. I don't think my face or name is gonna go anywhere. I think they're gonna be the face of everything. But we got a really cool car from Florida last week that I really want to talk about more, but I don't want to divulge too much information because it is the only one in its specification ever made for North America, which is very cool.
That means it's stock.
Yes, it's completely
Wow.
stock.
That's pretty unique from Florida.
Yeah,
That might be the only one from Florida.
No flood damage or anything.
yeah, no flood damage.
That's good. That's good.
So I can't wait for that car to come in. It's actually the transporter picked it up on Tuesday at noon, and it's arriving tomorrow. That dude is fast.
That dude didn't sleep.
That's insane. It's tomorrow's Friday, so this guy picked it up on a Tuesday in the Panhandle in Florida, the Deep South, basically, and is bringing it to the Northern California Bay Area on Friday. That's crazy.
Oh, that's faster than my Beat drove from Chicago to Austin.
Yeah, that's impressive.
You using enclosed carry and stuff?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. It was a Derek, one of Derek's transporters.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to drive a Diablo for the first time today. That was fun. I felt like a Maxim douche lord.
Yeah. The brand image is kind of like that.
Yeah. All right, VJ, what do you
VJ,
got?
you got anything?
No projects.
My last project is I did schedule on Monday following coming up the windshield on the 300 SD is being replaced and the tires are being replaced.
Oh, dope.
And for those who don't know, the tires are from like 2001. So
Oh,
I'm
wow, I
like
didn't
really
know that.
looking. Well, it actually was.
Actually, I did know that. I just figured you guys had replaced them by now.
I've put 18,000 miles on these tires, and they still have no issues. The only problem with them is when it's wet, you can tell. Like when it's wet, you could really tell. But so, and when I was over at your place, Derek mentioned that he wanted to drive it, and I was going to do this stuff anyway. And so I'm like, I'm just going to get this stuff done so he doesn't think I'm like a horrible person and think I'm like a crackhead, because the car right now is like a crackhead car. But when it gets windshield and tires and I get it cleaned up a little bit, it'll look good.
Like driving on 27-year-old tires is not consumer advice.
No,
No,
never do that.
don't do
Usually
that.
they can fail catastrophically.
Yeah,
For some reason,
yeah.
these ones have not.
Yeah, ask Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's,
This car's
don't
never
drive a
going fast
CGT
enough. But
yeah.
I did get worried on a Monday when I was driving to a client's house when it was pouring. I was really, really, really worried that on
What was
24 hours.
hydroplaning like? with
Dude,
those
it's
tires?
not hydroplaning. It's like I'm like I'm driving the car on a highway and the whole car will will catch like a crack.
Yeah.
and then the whole thing will be like, boom, boom, and it'll like start shaking in the back. And then, and I'm like, and for a moment, it's not even hydroplaning. I'm not skating across the water. I'm like completely, there's nothing happening in the back. Like no
There's
suspension's
no
working
traction.
anymore. No tire, no traction.
That sounds like bad.
I'm not
definitely bad
sliding.
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
not-
you
I'm
need
not
to replace
sliding.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna kill
Monday.
yourself.
It's happening Monday. Yeah. It's not like I'm sliding, but it's almost like the car is like skipping over a rock and
Yeah,
like completely
yeah.
losing its balance. So
Yeah.
that's what prompted me to get this done faster.
Yeah, that's
I have an update. I got brand new PS Forest yesterday for Cayman.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
How does
I
that
think,
feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Like it feels noticeably better in ride quality than the Continental Extreme Sport Contact that I had.
Oh, good.
It's like
That's nice.
20% better in terms of ride quality. That's
Nice.
shocking. For
Noise?
Yeah.
Any change in noise?
Noise, I don't know, but there's no shock impacts anymore from
It's
bumps.
softer.
It's much more damped. So the tire made a 20% difference. I feel like
Nice.
it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to driving the 300 SD with fresh tires because I haven't ever before, and it gets like a death wobble every so often, and it's everyone.
It's a Jeep thing, you wouldn't get
it. Yeah, everyone's attributing it to bad tires and that they're so old that they're not like completely rotated.
But you're
like,
curious if it's actually tires.
I really
or
hope.
suspension
Well, I've
or
brought it
chassis.
to shops and the whole suspension has been checked over and it's good.
Mm.
So I'm really hoping that these new Michelins that I'm getting, like make it like so that the car is just like beautiful to drive.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I hate about the car is the death wobble occasionally at random moments anytime when I'm driving.
It is
the
a
whole
shocking,
thing will start steering.
shocking
like,
thing that the
That's-
average consumer does not realize, like how big of a deal tire technology
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
and how much has changed.
I'm also going
driving
down a
damage.
size too
I had,
because
I had the same thing on an old car too, where I had the death wobble, like above 60 miles an hour. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the suspension? Had no clue, and changed the tires, and that was it. So yeah,
hopefully that's
yeah.
it. I'm also going down to
Which car?
the OE tire size because
None of these-
V12s and V8s had 235 sidewall or tread width,
Yeah.
and all the other ones had 225. So I'm going 225 to keep it original for the diesel.
Sean, you have some updates on your Z, right?
So last week we were able to pull out the engine. This week we're just
Wiring and stuff.
cleaning out the engine bay. We are removing all the AC stuff, all the old AC stuff.
Are you gonna keep AC on this car?
I don't.
You
I
have
may
a-
do it at some point.
You have your condenser and stuff, so you can always just throw it on.
Yeah, I mean everything works, but it is a 78, so it works to a 78
Some
standard,
degree,
which
yeah.
wasn't very good.
Like
so
a mouse sitting inside.
Yeah,
the-
coughs.
exactly. So
coughs on you.
most of the time, I spend in it. It's always with the window down anyway, because it's just what you do.
I just take it out. I mean, like just
Yeah,
go all the way.
just take it out,
You,
yeah.
you spend that much money on a motor, get all the power.
I mean, you're not really gonna be driving this car in
no,
like you're gonna be driving it for fun on good days.
and it's going to look so much better without all that AC equipment.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's so much.
yeah.
So yeah. So that's
Nice.
that's actually my update.
It's probably
think
like
this
close to 50 to 100 pounds of like hoses and the compressor is probably pretty heavy. Compressor's
old
probably, like,
compressors
40,
are
50 pounds.
so massive.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Like
Yeah.
my Camaro AC looks so ugly.
The only thing I'm considering is if I want to put power steering in there. I can't.
That
I
might
mean,
be
obviously,
nice.
power steering is nice, but I kind of like it for the fact that it doesn't have it, and it just
Yeah, period.
feels
correct.
it
Period
goes with the
correct.
car, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
The experience.
thinking about not doing it.
I feel like you should keep it off.
Yeah,
It's a raw car.
yeah.
Just keep it raw.
It's-
What are you gonna do with suspension? Is there any plan for like I don't know if you already modified any of the suspension or springs or shocks or anything like that. but-
I changed all the bushings,
And they're all just
spring,
OE
shocks,
stuff,
all
or
that
is it-
stuff. Yeah, I changed a couple.
I guess
years ago.
it's fun. It's cool to have it as like a comfortable driver, and not go like full race mode, like solid bushings, and
It's very stiff,
it is.
but it's so much more fun on drives and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
on
yeah.
roads. Yeah.
You don't really want
I had
to
the
do
stock
that.
suspension on that, and I think it was like
Oh, so you did do like control arms and stuff, and
yeah,
okay,
yeah, I had everything replaced.
that makes a
so
difference.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's like
ruins
driving
the
a boat,
experience of
bro.
driving it around town. But when you upgrade the suspension that aggressively, it is really nice on
Yeah.
the back roads.
Yeah.
My 828, my 535 was like that. Yeah, I hated driving it every day, but on the back roads, it was so much better than my M5.
Yeah,
So much better.
yeah. A 70 small car drives like a SUV today.
Yeah. Control. What do we got on Marketplace?
Yeah, so I found a couple cars. The first one is a Fiat 500 Abarth.
Spicy.
Cool.
I don't really know why, but these this sold for a lot of money.
Have you ever driven one?
Yeah, I have.
They're
When
fun.
they
I
were
heard they
brand new.
sound awesome. I mean,
Yeah, they won an
I heard
award.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
they
these
were
were brand
new.
new, my friend's dad got one, so I got to drive. Actually, I got to drive one when I didn't know how to drive manual.
Huh.
So I kind of just like pretended like I knew how to drive manual, and for some reason didn't install. It was
They're
of the
fun.
most
They're
terrifying
really
things in my
fun.
life.
I
It's
mean-
super low mile though. That's why 23,000.
Oh, okay.
8,000
But these are
miles.
looking really kind of better as
With
they
age,
age,
yeah.
which was interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that car. Yeah.
I hated these when they were new.
There was no way
Really?
I'm driving that thing in a public setting. There was nobody would ever see me in one of those.
I mean,
Hell no.
it's nice to park.
Yeah, but you got to try it out. You got to
Then,
drive one someday.
It's so
No,
easy
it
to
would
park in
be-
SF as well.
Find a private track somewhere.
Yeah, no, it would be like in the dark.
And
Go
you
to,
can,
go,
no, you don't need a track. You can
This
can
is
drive
definitely
this 10 tenths on public roads.
Like 100% not a car that you keep low miles.
it's
you
not
drive
slow.
180
It's
horsepower.
not a slow car.
100, I think
It
180
doesn't feel
horsepower.
the sensation of speed. Is,
It won't
You
have
get
much
torque.
grip.
You get a lot of
Yeah,
power. You
yeah.
get
You won't
you
have
get
much
punch.
grip though, so you can just rep it.
yeah, that's true.
You ever date like a girl that was like well below your standards, but maybe, I don't know, you were like slut busting or something like that? That would be that car.
Wait, what was the
Something
what
way
was the
below
phrase?
my standards.
What did you just say?
Somebody
busting?
you don't take out in public.
Wait, what?
What was the word you said?
slut busting with a T?
Slut busting.
Slut?
What the
Slump.
Slut. Oh my god, what
busting.
the heck does that mean?
That's a slump busting.
Gonna have to ask
I've
Allie about
never
that.
heard that word in my life.
You never been like in a drought?
What's the next car, Joe?
I think we're in a drought right now. I think we're in a drought right now, actually.
I'm a good Catholic boy, okay? I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway, it's a good car.
Joe, what's your next car?
The moment that car came into my possession, I drove it to my house, and so many things were wrong with it. I'm like, oh my god. And now every time I look at a car that's in Missouri, I'm like, it's fucking same thing's gonna be like. It's gonna,
PTSD.
yeah, brother.
PTSD.
yeah, well, but
Yeah, it is.
the Silverstone's this exact spec is the spec I want. Interior, color. Besides
I like
the wheels,
Oxford Green more though.
it.
but yeah, but it's in Missouri.
Just go to Missouri and buy it.
Yeah, I don't trust Missouri people anymore. Man.
Yeah. It would be,
Well, you get it on a lift, have it inspected. I don't know.
it definitely needs its stock wheels
It's
back.
well photographed
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean,
presented, and
look,
it looks
look at
nice.
these wheels need to go.
I
For sure.
yeah, that's
That's fine.
Super
Dude, just,
bad.
what's it?
That's
What's
so
it for
bad.
sale for? Okay,
13.
wait. Let me. Can we start over?
Dirt cheap. Yeah.
No, keep it because we had good commentary.
Yeah, we. Can
Yeah,
start.
well,
I guess it's fine if I'm walking around.
I'll keep it in there, but I'm gonna. Like, we'll restart with.
I can be
the car.
walking around too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the ask?
13,500.
They're probably gonna shoot you when you show up.
Yeah, this is actually really inexpensive.
But he hasn't sold it in like 2 months, I think.
What's the mileage?
170,000, so it's high. But I mean,
Who
I,
cares?
like, I
That's a
don't,
perfect Otati.
I don't care about it. This is
What
bad.
is that lip?
This is super bad. I would take that off.
Is that just like 3M'd on, or is that an actual bumper?
I hope it's 3M done.
That is bad.
Oh no, that's a aftermarket
Jeez.
bumper.
You need those
Yeah, I
headlights.
mean
need
this
some.
this car's. I mean, like
What's the interior?
You could buy the lenses new.
Does that have blue leather?
No, it
Or
has
white
the
and black?
Yeah, but for some reason this just looks good for me. I love.
Oh, I
the-
like it.
Not
Dude, just go buy it.
Yeah,
You only
maybe.
live
What is
once,
that
man.
shifter? Oh my. Is
Yeah,
that
That shifter is stock, but it needs to be replaced because it's old.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
when
What the
you're
fuck
like
is this?
dying and like 94 years old, would you think about not buying this car and regret it?
This specific one,
Yeah.
it has a check engine light. And it needs a it probably
Is it running in this photo?
it needs a thermostat
Is it running
too.
in this photo?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
needs,
Because
yeah.
if it is and it's idling at that,
No, that's normal. That's normal.
it idles at like 500.
yeah, 600. Yeah.
When did they implement the mandatory 700 RPM idle?
After this,
After this, I guess.
these out of low, and also it's fully warm, and
yeah,
it
yeah.
needs a thermostat.
Yeah.
So that's happening. That's happening. So like, there's a lot of things that are wrong with the car. I think
Yeah.
probably that he's not going to talk about, which
generally
means
gestures and generally everything that's happening.
Yeah, okay, don't buy it.
yeah. But I mean, this is the spec.
You have a lot more
I want
self-control
an
than I do.
E39.5 in Silverstone with the black.
How
and
many
gray inserts.
Silverstone E39s did they build?
These are common. I mean, I have a
Oh.
friend with one that bought one that Sad bought one brand new. That's in my neighborhood that has 380,000 miles.
Wow.
And
Is the friend your dad? That
No.
sounds like something your dad would do.
if the guy ever decided to sell it or died, I would be first in line. But he's not going to sell it ever.
You can save this car.
Hopefully, he doesn't listen to the.
Yeah,
podcast.
right. I can save her.
Save this car.
Speaking of E39s, Robert found this E39
Actually,
diesel.
I credit to Derek.
Derek found this
Derek
diesel
found this.
in a very
TDS.
good
It's
color.
a 525 TDS with
Why is it so tedious? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's got 48,000 kilometers.
Oh, I can see why.
Yeah. But look at the interior. Wait. The interior. Well, they photographed it not
Look
that
at
well.
those wheels.
Yeah, it probably would
It's
change
like-
the wheels.
Yeah.
But it's obviously a Euro market car.
Is it like legitimately purple?
Purple? Yeah, it's just bad photos. But if you look up,
Oh, yeah, you can tell.
purple
You can
color
tell.
code
Wow,
for it.
that's crazy.
Look at the seats. The seats are the same color.
Wow.
So this was a debate.
It's like lilac.
It's so cool. And it's got 220 pound-foot of torque, 173 horsepower or something like that.
I thought Derek hates. Is it a diesel? This one?
Yeah, but
Derek
gas
hates
mileage.
Derek hates diesels.
Well, we like gas mileage.
How do you go buy a BMW and they ask you about options and you're just like, no?
No. No, I think this thing would be very cool. It'd run forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are really cool.
And it's in just like immaculate condition.
Yes.
Yeah.
No heated seats, but that's okay. I mean, it's a
Yeah, it's fine.
basic
We live in
wagon.
California.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know what this is going to go for. Just given the bring a trailer tax and the mileage tax, it's probably going to some crazy person and some other
25.
crazy person are going to bet it up to $2.5 million. But yeah,
Why is the wheel so
Look
small?
at those wheels.
The basic ones, they're
Yeah.
basic.
I mean, I do like the big sidewall, but it has a tow hitch on it too, which is cool. I love this thing. Debadged, which was an option, obviously.
Yeah, you can option. I think even today you can option debadge.
I mean, if this thing goes for like $12K, I would love to own it. I don't think I'd trade this for my Volvo. Oh, is the bumper messed up? Go back. Left side of the bumper looks.
Yeah.
It's
torn
just,
up.
It's just the
Well-
skid plate sort of thing, right?
yeah, just someone
screw
from
that
running
back
over
up,
curbs.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
If I ever find another 540 wagon, it's off.
Yeah, I would love a 540 wagon.
And purple.
The discussion for this was specifically shop car
Yeah.
because gas mileage and
Oh, yeah.
luggage
Okay,
space.
yeah.
There's a
that'd be
scenario
cool.
today for that.
Yeah. And it's interesting enough. It's a conversation starter for like a
You
client.
can-
If you pick up a client from an airport or something, it's like, oh, what the hell is this thing?
What's this basic ass car?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it's a good find. I hope.
it'd be
I
a
hope
little
it,
tough as a manual, I think.
Yeah, it needs to be an automatic. I think.
Do you pick up clients in your Chevy Sprint?
Yeah, that's the shop car. Yeah,
do you still have that?
yeah.
Where
I
is
haven't
it?
sold it yet. It's at my apartment.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's a good find.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, Sean, I don't know what you found. Oh, you found this.
Let's
Yeah,
see what
so I
Sean
found
did this week. Oh,
So
Cosworth.
190E.
It's a Cosworth.
Yeah, it's a 190 Cosworth.
That
16
exhaust.
valve.
That exhaust
Yeah.
is.
See the message from the seller below in the description.
I think it's on the right.
Yeah.
What does it say, Joe?
I will
So-
not reply if
I
you
will
say-
not respond to is this available?
Yeah.
Zero rust. It's the ABS lights on.
I can't tell because it's dirty. But
Yeah, so we can't. We can't see the lights.
I
show.
can't tell what the paint is like.
Yeah, these
It's
people
paint is
don't.
short, he
I don't
said.
understand these
He
people.
says paint is short.
Paint is shot.
For me, not being
Flaky.
a Mercedes guy or not knowing a lot about the older Mercedes.
These are phenomenal.
Yeah.
These are.
If
the
you're,
price seemed to be
if you're gonna
good,
get like a
but
sporty
it's
one,
a
this,
big-
It's a big project.
this is the one to
It's
get.
a big project.
Is it a
I
big
mean,
project?
I've learned I don't really want to buy anything that has like below 6 out of 10 paint anymore.
I mean, when they say title is in
Just-
California, but it's branded with prior fender bender, it makes me think it's a salvage title.
Branded, yeah, it's a salvage.
Yeah, like the previous buyer gave up on the project. That's what he said.
Still cool. Just the topic of Cosworths. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's the price on this? 16,000.
That
That's
seems
still
high.
that's expensive for
What's
a
the
salvage
mileage?
title.
Right.
136,000
but with
with a salvage title.
fried paint, a salvage title that should be like 8K.
Yeah, 7,000.
A salvage title alone. I mean, it's just like.
But these are still really good. I mean,
Just
these are
never-
like E30 M3s, but better.
I feel like the move here is buy it and never sell it, and just drive the piss out of
Yeah,
it,
and just enjoy it. It'll last forever.
and
Just
spend 8K on it, not
Yeah.
16.
I wonder if it's sold. I'm kidding.
It's
No,
still
it
up.
won't.
Should we ask? Yeah. Should we ask?
You won't sell because the seller does not reply to is this available?
We should do that, like in our segments. Like we should call people and just ask them hella questions about their car.
That'd be fun. we just
Be
have
so
like
annoying.
somebody pretend to be a random person and call Derek through our cars.com listings and ask like nonsensical questions.
hemorrhoids. Oh my god! He opened the page with the hemorrhoids.
Okay, so
Joe, are you feeling
VJ,
okay?
yeah. So VJ found a Viper.
Yeah,
378
I've driven this.
miles.
This
I love
particular
these cars so much.
Yeah, I've driven this GTS.
This was the one you did at
generation.
Tail of Dragon? You drive a...
No, I drove a later generation, but I've driven this on Highway 9. This Viper
Oh,
GTS.
this exact one?
Not the exact
Or
one, but the
just
same
a
model.
GTS coupe?
Same model, yeah.
GT, is GT and GTS the designation between coupe and Targa?
I don't know if
Or coupe and convertible? I don't even know if they did convertible, but I'm
But
pretty
for
sure
me,
they
this
did for
is like the
The
ultimate.
double bubble is so cool on these.
Yeah, this is the ultimate poster car for me. And the
Yeah.
Le Mans race car also is based off of this. And
You've
it's
seen the
so
Le Mans,
cool.
the one that LBI has?
Mhm.
They've been selling for a while.
So cool.
So cool.
So Gran Turismo 3. Whenever I see that car, I'm like, do that.
Yeah,
I remember playing that.
I
playing
only
that
see
car.
this car in 8 pixels.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this car is just eternally like
is eternally
2000s.
it's like a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Driving it is
do.
also really cool.
I think these are one of the best looking.
And they're
cars
amazing
of
deal. They used to
their
be like
time.
$40,000 in
Oh,
2020.
dude, you could buy them for even before that. When I was in high school, you
This
could
seems off.
buy
but-
these for like a. No, that's just because it's a Viper.
Yeah.
You could buy these for like $17 in a pack of cigarettes. You know.
No, like the person whose car I drove, he bought his
Might not
in
be
like
closed all the way.
2020 for in the 30s or 40s something.
Wow.
like that.
Yeah, that's a good buy.
Holy
And,
moly,
like,
yeah,
I love
you're right.
driving this. It's got an amazing sense
Yeah, I
of
mean,
location,
Joe is built by a man in a shed.
and it's
Billy Bob.
intimidating. I love that it scares me. when
You
it-
either
when
get
it
the
drives.
one. Look at the batteries. Wait, that means there's no. That means that when it rains, the
We don't need
battery's
no
just
damn metal.
doused with water.
Yes.
You don't drive this in the rain, son. That's probably what they said.
What are
in
you
the
doing,
dealership.
Snake Man?
Yeah.
Side exhaust.
This door card is crazy. The way it like.
Yeah, it's two. It looks like two pieces.
Yeah, I mean to shift this thing, like you have to use all of your shoulders, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look how trash
Look
that
at this
interior is,
stupid
The
dude.
Mario.
And the stupid shifter. Why is
The Mario
shifter-
mat,
the
it's
the,
like-
the handbrake.
That's how you shift. Like the
Really?
Mario.
Wait, whoa. What's the mileage?
378 miles.
Holy
That's
shit!
like brand new. Yeah, the
So
car's
this is a
brand new.
delivery mile, basically.
The
Yeah.
more you
Wow, this car's gonna go
manhandle
for
it, the better
6
it
figures.
gets. Yep.
What's it bid to right now?
68, 63.
I wonder what it'll go for.
I hope it
That's-
goes for double that. It should
That's
go for
gotta
double.
be like one of the highest selling value.
And it's
second
being
gen.
right
Second
now
gen?
the
Second gen.
highest
Second gen.
bidder probably is a broker.
Yeah.
That looks
Why
like a
wouldn't
broker.
you? I mean, something more value to me would be the
Snake
ACR.
between-
I mean,
Yeah, sure. But
Yeah.
You're getting
Why
this
would you
because
low-
like people that are our age are finally like starting to have a little bit of money. And most
I mean, dude,
likely
if I
they're
had a
just
bunch
like,
of money and I wanted a Viper,
this is like the video game Halo
what
car
I'm
when I
saying
was a
is
kid.
why would you buy a GTS? You know, with low,
Did they make
with no
AC?
miles on it.
I
did
don't
they
think
make
they make-
ACRs in this generation?
I don't think they made ACRs.
I don't think they made
Yeah,
ACRs till the next
It's after
gen-
this, yeah.
Yeah.
2 generations
Yeah.
after. I don't know. That is the best looking Viper though ever made.
Yep. It's the
I don't
poster
like that
car.
color. I like it in blue a lot more.
Yeah, but this is the poster color, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
American poster car.
The chrome.
Although
wheels and
I
everything.
don't, the Ford GT might argue.
But this is attainable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4GT is crazy.
I really want a Ford GT, man.
These things are so crazy.
The seller should have drove it.
Huh?
For what he's gonna get out of it, he should have drove it.
Yeah, I mean these.
Yeah, these are always L's. Like for
The
for
point is to
people who own
put
them.
like 5 of these in museums somewhere at delivery mileage, and then
'Cause this guy
everybody
stored
else
his car-
destroy them.
This guy stored his car for 25 years, you know, or 22 years or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's no money. There's no way he's actually making money on this.
No.
If
Yeah.
you count for like storage costs
Just
and
dumbass
costs of
people.
ownership and titling and
But
everything.
he could say
Dumb
he has the
people.
lowest mileage one probably.
Just with inflation.
Hey.
What were these? What did these MSRP for? Do you know?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
2000 Dodge Viper
You know,
MSRP.
I guess it's a lesson that still lives on. You know, today is don't.
Just
if you're looking
drive
for
your
a collector's
stuff.
car, don't buy a freaking Dodge.
58,000.
Yeah, don't buy a Dodge.
Don't buy a Dodge.
In
So
2002.
let's see what.
Cheaper than an M5. An M5 was like 70.
Let's say that one goes for like 110 or something, right?
That's adjusted for inflation, the same price he bought it for.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, an E39 M5 was more expensive, so this is a good deal back in the day.
Let me see.
That's
58
wild. I mean, this is just the
219.
basic Dodge, I guess, but
I mean, yeah, it's a piece of crap.
What do you think? I think
Cool,
under
though.
6 figures.
I think it would go
I think
for
it's gonna be like
120.
110 to
120.
120.
Yeah.
Let's check it next
58
week.
219. So 58 219 in 2002 is the equivalent of 98 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's probably going to sell around what it
Yeah. If you put that in the market, it'd be worth $1 million, $2 million.
Exactly. Versus sitting in your garage.
It's just stupid.
Yeah,
so
probably
stupid.
$4 million.
Why didn't you spend $100,000 on? I don't know.
Living your life.
Split $100,000 and buy a CGT with your friends.
You might as well just bought fruit with that $100,000.
It just looked
at least you'd have
psychedelic
seeds.
and cool. So, like weird color seeds.
Yeah, so just
Start a farm.
Exactly.
Better investment.
This is
BJ's next
You
find
bought
is a
a
Vanagon.
tractor, but you didn't buy the farm.
A Westphalia camper Vanagon.
It was a great find. Talk
looks-
about art cars.
looks kind of trippy and hippie.
Yeah, I like it. Jungle
Jungle
Love with the
Love.
LEDs.
Oh,
Ugh,
man.
I hate those headlights.
Slow ass bus.
That's funny.
All the stickers.
Oh, this looks like something I'd see in my neighborhood. This is a Berkeley Hills, Santa Cruz kind of
special.
John. I
Yeah, I
hate those
don't-
headlights.
Yeah, the headlights are
I
bad.
want to kill those headlights. That interior is
Wow, it's got a kitchen.
Yeah, it
That
does. It's
interior is certifiably
It's a
okay.
kitchen.
A solid 5 out of
It's
10.
just okay. They really should have like put a little bit of money into
like cleaning it. I mean, look at
cleaning
the
it,
dash.
taking these off. Maybe.
It might be damaged.
Yeah, but this is
But you're
hurting
just
the
hiding.
value.
Yeah.
Probably.
How
They're
did
like,
this
we gotta
get
go
on
buy
cars
two.
and bids?
Huh?
How did this get on cars and bids?
You know, people take everything these days.
Brown and green. Oh, man.
All right, can we get rid of this?
But it used to be blue though. It is a cool.
Yeah,
car,
it's
but,
interesting, but it's not for me.
You know, we'll see. It's $500 right
Next.
now. All right. So
All right, VJ has disappeared.
VJ's gone. He had to go do a thing.
He
That's
had
okay though.
Boyfriend duties.
Yep. The main topic for the week is must-haves when purchasing a car. So this could be anything from a new car to an old car to, you know, your son's car or to your wife's car or to your girlfriend's car, you know, anything. So when looking to buy a car, we all have things that are non-negotiables for the car.
Yeah.
So we're just wondering what they are. We'll see if we're similar. So for me, it needs to be like a fully clean interior.
Yeah.
Like I won't touch.
Something ratty.
Yeah, I won't touch it. I won't buy a car. Period. If the interior is in need of anything, it needs to be brand new, essentially, or as close to brand new as possible. Another thing is
If
that
it's a new car, you need heated seats.
I need heated seats. That's like a thing that needs to happen. I mean, most of the time,
I'm thinking about my heated seats right now because it's cold as hell in here.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, yeah, it was like the 300 ST had heated seats, but now they don't work. But at this point, most cars, new cars have heated seats. But like, if I were to get a new car, like yesterday, I drove my grandma's car here because I had a client's car in my garage, and she had heated seats, and her car is like a basic Mercedes, like base model Mercedes, and it was one of the nicest commutes to this warehouse that I've ever had in my entire life. and it was like it's like a $32,000 Mercedes, like brand
Yeah.
new, you know.
There
So,
was
like,
something about my butthole being warm that makes me very uncomfortable. I'm serious.
You got that
I
sweat.
accidentally have the heated seats on the car, and I'm like, oh my God, turn that off.
Yeah, I only leave
Okay.
them on. I
That's
leave them on
interesting.
for
I
like.
love it.
I leave them on for like 10 minutes, and then when they get to their max heat, I'm like off.
Yeah.
For Mercedes, they have the old Mercedes. They have two modes of warm and super hot.
Yeah.
And for after like 5 minutes, the super hot goes back to warm. But if you put it back to super hot, it cranks it up another level. And that's what I'll do. I like it as hot as possible.
Yeah, I'm always running
Like to the point,
hot,
I want
so-
the leather to smell like it's burning.
Yeah.
Like that hot. Like I love.
Yeah, my Volvo,
heated
the hot setting on my Volvo is way too hot.
Yeah, I love. But anyway, that's a complete non-negotiable. If I'm getting anything that is newer than like 2003, it has to have heated seats.
That's fair.
And then the last thing is, most of the time when I'm buying a used car, I'll often try to seek out the highest possible interior package on
That's
the car.
smart.
Okay.
So I like leather cover dashes and leather cover this and Alcantara that. Like I like all that stuff, and it adds an immense amount of value to the car. Like for example, when I had my 986, my Boxster, my 2.5 Boxster for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I've sought out a car that had leather seats, a leather dash, and leather door cards, which in 986s completely transforms the interior into something completely shitty and plastic to something at least a little bit nice with like leather everywhere.
Yeah.
It makes it smell nicer. It makes it a better experience to be inside of. So that basically, I'm always about like leather everywhere, carpet where places and like in places you didn't think carpet could be, like everywhere.
Okay.
So that's like those are my 3 non-negotiables: heated seats, high interior specs, and clean inside. It could be dirty outside, but clean inside.
Yeah.
How about you, Rob?
I actually said this earlier on this podcast, but I, in recent time, have decided I don't like to buy cars that have any major paint issues. Like,
Sure.
I don't want to ever have to buy a car that's like not at least like a 6 out of 10 paint, you know? Like, at least the paint's all there. I don't want something burned or, you know, scorched paint. I hate that because it's like every time I look at the car, I'm like, God, this thing looks terrible. I hate torn bolsters or like flattened bolsters. So like I prefer to not buy something with like, you know, beat out bolsters if it's a used car. If it was a new car, I think I would avoid buying anything that didn't have physical buttons, or at least mostly physical buttons. I don't like big infotainment systems. I mean, I've driven some Teslas and they're nice and everything, but I just really, really like to have some buttons to press and everything. I like to have whatever, if I'm buying a used car, I usually try to buy something that has like the premium sound system because I really like music and radio and that kind of stuff. So I will almost always go for something with a premium sound system. And I hate gray interior. I would never, ever, you could find me the nicest whatever ever. I would never buy a car with gray interior. I also hate the like grandma beige interior. So those are 2 things I always avoid on used cars. And then the last one is like general ownership history, which is I think what everybody does on used cars. But I'd like to understand at least like some amount of maintenance history on the car.
Yeah.
And like trust the owner. Like I'd happily pay like above market just to know that like the car is like my Volvo, you know, like I was happy to go fly out to Montana and buy that car just because it's like a peace of mind to know that this car is maintained really well. The interior is in great shape. Like it doesn't have all the issues all these cars always have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uncracked dash is a big one too. I hate looking over a cracked dash.
Yeah, it looks crackheady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No
So
pun
I guess
intended.
mine is pretty simple. So if I'm looking at a new car, I mean, pretty much everything nowadays has like Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that of course is a must.
Yeah.
The other things would be, if it is any type of sports car, it has to have carbon fiber package on it.
That's funny.
Dude, it has to have the
That's
carbon
like the
fiber
your
package.
M2 is
Yeah, but I think all
Dude, I'm a
that, but
sucker
yeah,
for
yeah,
carbon
yeah.
fiber.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it,
You're a 90s kid. That's
totally.
very 90s of you.
If it is any luxury or SUV, massage seats. I
Did your
like
RS6
Yeah, it
had
did.
massage
Yeah,
seats?
yeah, yeah.
Did
I
you
remember
like
that
them?
because
The
I drove
Volvo had
it.
massage
I drove it
seats.
down to Car Week
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah, I
massaged
drove
the
it on a
entire
rally and I was
time.
like, this is awesome.
Yeah, massage seats.
Yeah,
are
that shit's
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
So those would be on a new car. As far as a used car goes, really the cosmetic stuff doesn't bother me because if I'm in love with it, you know, there's ways around it. But for me, it's probably just a manual. It's a used
Yeah, I
car,
didn't think about
it's got to
that.
be typically.
If it's a
has to be
driver-
manual.
if it's a
If
driver
driver's
thing or
car, yeah,
something
it's gotta
interesting,
It's
yeah.
got to be a manual.
You don't have any automatics in this garage, do
Nope.
you?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
that's my whole thing is when I look at like I'm pretty anti-electric car ownership. Mm-hmm. But
As an experience or as
an experience, the
yeah.
whole thing. But, you know, if I was to get a new car and, you know, the new basic car and, you know, I would probably certainly consider one of those.
an EV or a hybrid or
Because,
something.
because it is faster. There is more technology in it. But they just don't
You do
it for
over-the-air
me anyway.
updates.
Yeah, I mean, they are going to be better than most, you know.
They're really easy to keep going.
You know, gas-powered cars out there, just spec-wise. So
You
it
leave
makes
every
sense to
morning with a
consider it,
full
but-
tank.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's just nothing there for me.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, what's our scenario?
So this is a hot hatch scenario. So basically, it's a challenge that requires you to buy a hatch. It doesn't need to be a hot hatch, actually.
Okay.
That there's various activities that you have to accomplish that require like certain things. So here are the activities. You have to successfully achieve the fastest time at an autocross. And then after that, you need to move your friend to an apartment that's across the country, just in your hatchback. Then after that, you need to travel back home, only taking back roads. And then lastly, you have to get to your in-person tax appointment back home in 4 days within
Person tax.
your first activity. So
Damn.
basically, right when you win your autocross, you have 4 days to get back home.
Effectively, you have to have something that has obviously short wheelbase, some amount of ground clearance, enough luggage capacity to move across the country. I hope my friend with the apartment isn't moving furniture. You can only take back roads, meaning it also has to be fun on back roads, and it has to be able to get you across the country in 4 days.
Yep, and there's no budget, any hatchback that you could possibly think of that would
Man.
get you to do all this stuff.
And we have to eliminate the GR Corolla.
No, you don't have to.
That's an easy. I mean,
No, I mean,
easy
not
code.
necessarily. You never know. I mean, it might be too stiff for like cross-country travel. But what are you guys picking?
Oh man, hot hatch. It would be just too easy, to pick the Golf.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
would be.
It would be too easy to pick the GR Corolla. Oh man. God, it's a good manual, trusty Honda Fit.
Yeah, that'll do it. Nothing will break.
Honda Fit is a good.
I mean, you
it's a
could
good
get
choice.
everything in there. It would probably be the most roomy, the most spacious. Clearance would be.
That was my answer. So I'll find. I'm thinking about a different one, but the Honda Fit was going to be my answer because
Oh, really?
it'd be
Okay.
fun enough and
Manual.
would get. Yeah,
Man.
even automatic doesn't. I don't even care.
My answer makes no sense. I'm torn between a Renault Megane R26R and a Clio V6. Neither of those make any sense.
Isn't the Clio mid-engine?
The Clio V6 entire trunk is an engine, yes.
Yeah, so that's probably out. That's probably
I think
out.
I might do the Renault Megane because those are. We didn't get them in the U.S., but if you can get one somehow, I had to look it up to remember the name. But I remember the Top Gear episode on that car, and it made me lust.
It's an
after that
R21R?
car. R26R.
So I was trying to not to cheat and look at.
I knew exactly the car I was looking for, but I couldn't remember what the R26R part was.
That's cool.
Yeah, these things are super cool.
Roll cage.
You can fit luggage behind that roll cage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'd work. It'd work.
And just get some really like small wheels and big sidewall tires on
This
there.
thing is probably so stiff. Holy moly!
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that thing's like to drive.
So I've wanted to drive that since I was a kid because of Top Gear. So it'd be that. A Clio V6 is also like dream car. Oh, hot.
How about the was it the M6 or the X6? The X6?
X6M?
That's I guess that's
The X6M, that is a
yeah.
hatch.
That's
Yeah,
technically
yeah.
a hatchback.
It's a cross. It's like a cross tour or whatever.
Yeah,
they-
cross. It's like a lifted big hatchback.
Yeah.
So that's a
I
yeah.
can do that. I'd do that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
That's a
that
good
would,
choice.
That's
Those
a big,
are
that's a
fast
big.
as hell. They have like 600 horsepower.
A lot of
500
people
horsepower.
don't like the looks of those, but I've always been a big fan.
Do
I
they
think
still
it is one of
exist?
the ugliest cars ever built.
Really? I've always liked them.
There's a Top Gear episode about that car, and it was. I feel like Jeremy loved that car. Like thought it was an amazingly capable car, just really
Yes.
really homely.
There was which call it just did one.
Just look up X6M.
Oh my God! What YouTuber just did a review?
I don't think they
On the
still
new
sell the X6M, but whatever. Maybe they do.
What?
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I think they're pretty sick looking.
Yeah, I don't. Like them.
Godly, but not for that price.
Yeah, that's way too expensive.
115 grand.
I can't believe they sell this still. What annual sales?
amazing.
Oh yeah,
That's
they
it.
exist. This is even more 130.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
a,
this is a good choice.
Does a
I mean,
minivan count?
Is a minivan a hatchback? I guess it is, right?
It's a
R
minivan.
R63.
I mean, a Model S is, I guess, a hatchback.
R63. I would do an R63. If we're going to crossovers, I'd go
R63,
R63. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? The 1800, the Volvo.
P1800.
Yeah,
The ES.
The VS, yeah.
The ES
It does have a liftback.
It is
yeah.
it is a hatchback. I mean, it could be a hatchback. The wagon version is a hatchback.
Huh, now the Ferrari.
The FF. That's what that was. VJ's.
Yeah,
VJ's was
yeah,
the FF.
FF would be good, or a GT4C.
You could put
whatever.
a couple pillows in the
GTC4.
FF. Yeah.
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 All right. That's
go-
a good question.
yeah.
I'll go
I mean,
basic
we
and-
open it up to shooting brakes because are they
You do this technically.
yeah.
I mean, you can consider them being. They could be hatchbacks for sure.
The Zagato Aston Martin
Yeah,
shooting
that'd be
brake.
sick.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Honda Fit. I think I've always wanted to drive a Honda Fit.
You'll make Kevin very happy.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a bonus scenario. Robert came up with it.
It's actually because I want intel
Sweet.
on what a decision we're trying to make sometime.
Yeah, you go ahead and
I
read
can go for it. So yeah, you did. Imagine you started a specialty collector dealership.
Okay.
And you need to invest in a shop car. The shop car has to be somewhat interesting and presentable to clients in case you have to pick them up from the airport or go to their house to pick up a car. But it has to kind of not be too flashy. And it needs to maybe be a little bit good on gas mileage. It also has to be able to fit things like tires and wheels and parts and stuff you might lug around to shops for your inventory vehicles. Your price point is $30,000 or less. What are you buying? This is how we came to that E39 diesel
Gotcha.
solution. So
my-
the basics are something interesting with okay gas mileage that can lug things around. Like
So
an
the-
E500 wagon or something like that is kind
The
of
automatic answer is something I said earlier. It would definitely be the 540 wagon. For me.
Yeah, that was
But
one of my
it would
first
be
thoughts.
too easy.
But the gas mileage is so bad on those
Terrible.
cars. I
It's
mean, they're
terrible.
like under 20.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
terrible.
15 miles per gallon.
So, a shop car.
Kind of, yeah. Something you can just throw miles on and do your basic maintenance and not worry too much about. That's also interesting to people.
A specialty collector dealership.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know. It's tough.
You know,
Because it needs to signal your brand, right? It needs to reflect to some extent the brand you have, because
Yeah.
you might pick people up in it. You might show it to clients. It'll be in your inventory all the time.
yeah. I'd put maybe like one of your classic, your classic Mercedes wagons.
Yeah.
I think those are pretty
Yeah, like
cool.
the green
That's-
one would be pretty good.
Yeah,
It
so
would be-
Derek and I have talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Like an E320 wagon,
Yeah.
a green E320 wagon with brown interior, maybe,
Yeah.
or gray or
or
beige
ba-
interior.
very extremely light beige. Grandma's light beige.
That might be perfect.
and
You give me 30,000 on it.
yeah, nope.
since you still have a budget for that, so I'd probably go with something like that. And since I still have a little bit more money, I'd probably go out and get like an Aztec. Just something quirky.
Just to have something weird,
Just to
yeah.
have something weird for
Go
that special
spend like
client.
$5,000 on an Aztec.
Yeah. Like if I'm picking you up.
I mean, I'm
dude,
not saying I need to spend more money, but
if I'm picking you up, bro, is in an Aztec, you're like, oh, dude,
I'll lose my mind. I'll lose my mind. Sean's like, yeah, I'm at the airport. Like, what car are you in? You'll know.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing that Sean's doing with the 2-car solution, because I think I could spend $15,000 on a W124 wagon.
Yeah.
To be a parts hauler. It doesn't need to be very clean inside,
Like a
because you're just
diesel
hauling parts.
or
Anything. Anything, it doesn't matter. As long as it looks good on the outside, it could be shitty on the inside. And then spend the rest of the money on like an S600 W140. And that's what you're driving your
That's your
people.
client.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because that way you're chilling. You're good on
You know,
both sides.
when those wagons, when they look beat to shit, they look good. When they look clean, they look just as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the cool thing about that. They just are like, yeah, that's a
Actually,
tool.
I was actually kind of interested in getting in the early model W124 wagons. They had this really kind of eclectic, like creamy yellow color.
Yeah.
What looks like the lights. And they came in diesel, and they were US spec, and they look really good when they're grungy. And I was kind of interested in buying one for like $5,000 just to have another one, because the green one is like, I like taking it to details and stuff, but it's so insanely clean inside that it makes me kind of, and it's like bright beige carpets, makes me kind of feel bad. to like be destroying the like. I'm not destroying the interior, but
Yeah.
it makes me feel bad that I'm like needing to always clean it, you know. And that's why the diesel's out there right now. Is because I like not driving it in the rain, you know.
Yeah.
So they're good when they're bad. I mean, they're honestly they're better when they're bad because you just don't have to care about them. So I buy a grungy wagon.
I could see that color with some nice, rust patina on
Yeah.
it.
Some rough patina, you get some like palomino beige interior, and like that's the car you drive around to your whatever your shops and shit, and then you drive like a nautical blue like over black.
Right. I think a 124 is the move.
124,
That's- we keep
and then
coming back to
the
124s and
Escort,
309s.
because 124s don't feel great in the backseat.
Yeah, it's either a 124
They feel
or
pretty bad in the backseat.
We've actually talked about old Volvo like 940.
That's even worse, probably.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But that or like a V90 Volvo.
Yeah, the 124 is great for part hauling, but
The E500 would be like a 211 E500 or something like that.
yeah,
would be
but then you
great
have to worry about the
solution.
shocks and all that shit.
Yeah.
which is not as fun. And also, it's like it just looks like at that point it's modern enough to just look like an old Mercedes.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
when you're driving a 124, it's very intentionally.
like deliberate, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
deliberately driving this car.
Yeah.
Same with the 140. If you buy an S600 in the best spec you could possibly get for 20 grand, and you spend 10 on a wagon,
Yeah,
you could
that would
you
be a
could
very
be
cool
bringing
pairing.
your clients to
Be
a
very cool
Yeah, you
pairing.
could be bringing your clients in your S600. The backseat, even in the diesel, is insanely comfortable and has 300,000 miles of butt in that car.
Yeah.
And it's still amazing, amazingly comfortable in the back. You get your mirrors to feel special. Even the basic ones have suede headliners. Like mine has a suede headliner. Like everything is nice. The 124, the moment you sit in the back, you completely understand where all the money went on the S600s, like or a new 140. Like the 124s have horrible back seats.
Really?
Everything's about the front. Everything's about the front. Yeah, it's all the front and the back, but
Yeah.
there's no middle. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not comfortable. Like your clients would hate like spending that much. Like, it's
Well, whenever
not-
you want to sell your 124, we'll buy it.
yeah, not for a little bit, but
Yeah, I know.
I could find one for you. That's probably just as good.
Yeah.
There's so many of them around.
I like that car. I like those cars. I mean,
I love
obviously,
them.
Derek
Actually, I
likes
should
them
probably
also.
get it out next week because I do miss it.
Yeah.
But
There you
anyway,
go. That's
yeah.
the one. So
Yeah.
we're sometime. I don't know. This probably isn't going to happen soon.
Now,
but some-
I'm here looking at wagons.
at some point, the problem with a two-car solution is we don't really have
Storage.
space for
Yeah.
two cars. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually, if anyone watching finds a really clean S600, I would totally be interested in buying one. I would love. I've been really kind of wanting an S600 for a while. Ever since I've kind of fallen in love with the 300 SD. I want to My dad had one back in the day. I want
Which
to
one?
re-experience W140.
Yeah.
My dad had one S600 for a little bit, like maybe it was like during the first few like 2 quarters of COVID.
Yeah.
And then he sold it to a friend because my friend needed a car, or something. But that was one of the nicest cars I ever drove, and I kind of would like to experience it again. So that's another car I'm looking for: E39 M5, S600. Those are the 2 cars.
Gosh. The Sultan of Brunei,
Brunei, yeah.
had a 200 mile an hour Zonda engine S-Class.
Yeah,
wagon.
it's
He
a
built a
S70.
Zonda motor S-Class?
No, it's S73. Yeah,
Yeah. In an S-Class?
565
I thought that was a
horsepower
129
V12.
thing.
I think they had them in a sedan
Sheesh.
too. Well, it was like you couldn't order it, but
Yeah. But if you're Sultan of Brunei, do whatever you want.
Yeah, S73 T
Yep.
AMG. Good lord.
yeah, I mean this car is not.
You
Look
really
at
a
that, there it is right
wagon?
there.
No, no. But you could buy one of these for probably.
I want a wagon with that motor.
$197,000.
That would be
That's what I was
Cool.
looking. That was it. That's the
This?
car. No, the wagon.
Oh, dude, this
I
is
want
crazy.
that with every
This is
bone.
probably
Yeah,
worth
that's
two.
it. That's it. Yeah.
It's probably worth $2 million.
Look at that
though.
thing, dude.
My God, dude, I want that so bad. Imagine driving around like a city, like pulling away from a stoplight, making that
565
noise from a wagon. I was like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
The best part about this is that the motor looks just like the basic S600.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's cool,
It's 565 horsepower. It's insane. That's still fast today.
dude. I want to drive that thing.
But yeah. Well, that's
There's
That's
our
Become a
crazy.
Sultan.
There's our shop car. Yeah. Become one of the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world. I got you. Without being born into it.
anything
All
else.
right. If anybody has an idea on a shop car that one might buy for a
Pop
new
it in the
dealership,
comments below.
yeah.
Yeah,
tell us.
if you had a recommendation on a $30,000 shop car, anything doesn't
or
have to be a
less,
wagon.
the
30,000
less,
or less.
the cheaper.
Put
the
it down below in the comments. Remember to subscribe to our channel if you are new to this channel, and also like the post if you liked it.
We're good boys. Like us.
Please, yeah.
We just
It's
wanna be
free.
loved.
It's free. It's free. It's free. It's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's free.
You're
It's
thinking about it. Just go ahead and eat
All
it.
you have
Hit
to
the
do
thumb.
is click the button,
the
and then
thumb.
that's it. That's all it requires. It's completely free. I don't understand why I would subscribe to you if you make a YouTube page. Comment down below YouTube. I'll subscribe to it right
yeah.
now. If you
follow
subscribe,
for
I'll
follow.
subscribe.
Follow for follow.
Yeah, FF, please.
I mean, I'd like us to.
I like me sometimes. All right.
All
Good
right.
night.
See you guys next week.
Peace.